I'm back out here with the FlyBear F-35 4-channel plane. I didn't have a matching control horn to put back on here after I broke the stock one on the first outing, so I had to end up replacing both of them. Hopefully those will work okay. But anyway, let me set my timer, and I hope I've got it in beginner mode. We will see. Yeah, I guess that's beginner mode. Okay. Now we should be in intermediate. Whoa, what was that? Ah. Aircraft recovery time, at least it's on its wheels. But it just started rolling. I don't know if you guys could see that or not. So I don't know if I've got a servo that's sticking on it. That's what it looks like to me. Alright, let's try it again. That was weird. See that? No, I've got a servo that's sticking on it. That was strange. I'm walking and flying. Walking and flying, walking and flying. Okay, look, yeah. It just rolled over nose down. Alright, I think we're done. I think we're done. I will meet you back at the hangar. Yep, we're done.
Okay, well, that didn't go very well. You know, and I had such high hopes for this plane. I mean, it's such a cool looking airframe. And I've never flown anything more than a 2-channel from FlyBear, but the little SU-35 that I converted to brushless not too long ago, I love flying that little plane, even, you know, as a 2-channel plane. And they put out this little Red Baron plane as a 2-channel plane, and I really had a lot of fun flying that plane. So I was really excited when they came out with a 4-channel plane. But there's some things on this plane that just, outside of the problem that I had today, that just didn't make sense to me. Number one, when you arm the motors, why are the motors spinning all the time when you've got the throttle at 0? So I started thinking about that, and I thought, well, I can't recommend that for a kid. You know, you don't want them to pick up the plane after they land it, and the motors are still turning. So I don't know what that was all about. I think that the high alpha and beginner mode was novelty. You know, I thought, you know, it's kind of cool flying it around in high alpha, but I think they should have just done that in beginner mode, and then in intermediate mode, I would rather have seen it just straight level flight, you know, with 6-axis gyro stabilization, and then expert mode be full manual mode, but I didn't even have a chance to test it out in expert mode, and I thought that the servo was hanging up on me. That's not what was going on, because if you saw the last time it did it, I was flying straight and level, and then all of a sudden it rolled over nose down without any input on the radio. So I don't know if I've got a bad receiver, it's got a communications issue, if it's the transmitter. I'm just not sure. I just know that when I took it out today, it was doing things all on its own. I don't know if it was too far away for you to see it. The first time that I had to run across, go down the arroyo, come back up and grab the plane after I lost it over there. But I was just flying along, and all of a sudden the plane just starts rolling. And it continued to roll. And then it tried to dive down, and I pulled it out of the dive, and then I just basically set it down because I didn't want to tear it up. But it was doing that all on its own, and that was in beginner mode. So why the plane was rolling all by itself in beginner mode, I have no clue. Maybe it is a communications issue with the receiver, or you know, either the receiver causing it or the transmitter causing it. But what a shame, you know. I was really looking forward to going out and doing a series of test flights on it today, but it just didn't work out. So and the other thing about the motor's always turning, excuse me, the motor's always turning. Well, if one of the props gets against something, you know, like I have to set it down in the scrub instead of over there on the road, and a piece of scrub, you know, doesn't allow the prop to turn. Well, it's going to burn up a motor, it's going to burn up an ESC, you know, it might fry the board with the motor powered up and not being able to turn. So I really don't know what they were thinking when they did that. But anyway, I definitely can't recommend this plane, unfortunately, and I was really, you know, I had high expectations for it. After flying the 2-channel planes, I had very high expectations for this 4-channel plane, but it just was not meant to be. So I'm really, you know, disappointed that it turned out that way, because that's not the way that I wanted it to turn out. But it is what it is, and I cannot change it. So anyway, I'm going to take a look at this airframe and see, you know, what would be involved in converting this to a brushless 4-channel plane like I did the SU-35, the FlyBear SU-35, because I absolutely love that airframe. And this is such a nice looking airframe. I hate to waste the airframe, you know. I mean, I can't fly it the way it is, but I sure hate to waste the airframe. So I hope that on down the road I can set aside time to try a brushless conversion of this F-35, but what a shame, you know. Maybe I just got a bad one, I don't know. That happens from time to time, you know. I'll have to look at other reviews. I haven't looked at any other reviews of this plane yet, so I'll have to look at some other reviews and see if they're having any of the same issues. Maybe I just got a bad one, but all I can do is review the one that I have and say yes or no on it, and on this one I'm saying no. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.